The Detroit Lions have done a lot to make sure their needs have been filled this offseason, but compared to the rest of the league, where does that leave the team heading into 2019? In decent shape if CBS is to be believed. In a recent piece by John Breech ranking the teams after free agency based on their health, the Lions managed to do a nice job in order to fill some needs. The Lions move up to 13th and are a fringe top 10 squad. Here's a look at what Breech wrote about why that's the case. If the key to free agency in the NFL is to fill as many needs as possible without overspending, well, then, the Lions definitely got free agency half right. The Lions had serious needs at defensive end, cornerback and tight end, and they managed to fill those holes by adding Trey Flowers, Justin Coleman and Danny Amendola. Of course, those three signings didn't come cheap, with the Lions committing nearly $80 million in guaranteed money to those players. Though they weren't cheap at this point, the Lions may have spent the money, but they still have more on the docket available to them, still with a top 10 salary total. The Lions will have to dedicate about $7 or $8 million of that total to their draft class, so the real total could be under $20 million. Still, it's a decent chunk of change with which to work at this point in time. Detroit has filled most of their biggest needs, but do still have some to address. Right now, the team could use a linebacker, running back and perhaps a backup quarterback to add to the mix. If they could get that, they would be in an even better place heading into the 2019 draft in April. The defensive line and defensive backfield have several stud players who figure to be around early in the draft, and those are two spots where the Lions could figure to need instant upgrades. Detroit also has needs at tight end, perhaps at wideout, and also depth spots on the offense and defense. They also have plenty of draft picks with which to work. Now, they've got flexibility with those picks considering their fast free agency work. The Detroit Lions are pushing into the offseason. Stay up to date with everything. Take 5 seconds to sign up for our free Lions newsletter now. Combined with a young linebacking group, there is a hope that the Lions could turn into one of the NFL's more elite groups on defense if they are able to continue the arrow trending upward. Certainly, there is reason for hope that could soon be the case, as they've already got a nice place to start with some solid and budding talents on the field. Getting a high draft pick into the mix will help this turnaround further. Detroit has kept shopping and is likely to add people, so their moves might not be done. For now, though, they are pretty well thought of in NFL circles after their moves.